In my last video, I talked about how I wanted to create an animated sitcom using Sora or some other kind of AI technology. And in this video, I'm going to show you the start that I've made on that using ChatGPT and some other tools. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to show you the very rough draft that I've produced so far. But let's look at ChatGPT and how I actually got started with this. So I said, I want to create a popular, long-running animated sitcom like The Simpsons, Family Guy, or Bob's Burgers. Can you tell me what all of these shows have in common in terms of character, plot, setting that make them so successful? And how can I create my own animated series that replicates this success and widespread appeal? ChatGPT said, it broke it into a couple of categories. So characters, I need relatable yet flawed characters with diverse personality types in a dynamic family or group dynamics. And then for plot, you need episodic episodes, obviously with continuity elements. So like stuff carries forward, even though it is episodic and everything is contained in one, the characters still kind of grow over time. You want topical and timeless themes, so both current issues and like stuff that people will still get in 20 years. Balance of humor and heart. For the setting, you want unique and familiar worlds, flexibility with various storylines. So to create your story, you want develop strong characters, choose a relatable setting, incorporate a unique hook, find the right balance, stay current yet timeless, plan for growth. And then I said, okay, your next task is to create the ideal set of core animated sitcom characters based on their MBTI personality types. If you don't know what Myers-Briggs is, there's like 16 basic categories of personality that people can be put into. You could do this another way, whatever you want to use to create your characters. As suggested above, they should be relatable yet flawed with diverse personality types. If you had to design a family or core set of characters for a sitcom, what personality types would you assign them, assuming you're designing the show to be maximally entertaining but also have a widespread appeal with characters that are likable to all types of people? I said it seems like extroverts and censors are most strongly represented because they create like wacky situations and stories for characters to get into. So I gave it some examples of like personality types in The Simpsons, Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, Friends, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And then I said, create 3 potential sets of characters with 4 to 5 characters each. For each set of characters, please also explain the dynamic family or group dynamics in detail, include their role and any specific quirks and flaws. So it gave me like a few different options to choose from. Can make like a show about those characters, can make a show about these ones, make a show about these ones. I think this one was pretty close to what I wanted, but I ended up saying, can you create another group where the father is a high-functioning autistic ENTP with severe anxiety who believes in conspiracy theories? I modeled this after myself. And a more pragmatic and skeptical ISTJ mother who is a tax accountant. They have 2 boys, aged 13 and 11, 1 girl, aged 9. You can assign the MBTI to these in the way that you feel would create the best dynamic. The oldest son is into sports, monster trucks, and typical boy stuff. Premise of the story is that a funny animated sitcom where the father has moved the family from the big city to a small rural town with a population of 50 to live in an off-grid homestead due to his conspiratorial thinking and worries of societal collapse. Include all the details from the previous prompt, like the group dynamic, quirks, flaws, etc. So it gave me the characters here. So we've got a dad, a mom, an oldest son, middle son, and a youngest daughter. The group dynamics are quirks and flaws of each character. So the dad obviously is like a conspiracy theorist. Mom's skepticism can be like overly practical. The son likes risky situations. The daughter is trying to befriend everyone, but she's a little bit too sensitive. And then I said, great, let's brainstorm 20 more characters for this. Want to have at least one arch nemesis for the main dad character, and then I want at least 1 or 2 close friends for each member of the family. And I said, you might want to include other staples of small town life, like a mayor, a diner, a restaurant owner, an artist, a doctor, an inventor, a craftsman, a scientist, a grocery store owner, an employee, farm shop supply owner, extended family members like parents to the grandparents, basically, school teacher, sheriff, preacher, handyman, elderly couple or any other characters to make sense. So it said all this. It gave me like a rival, a friend, the mom's friend, friend for each of the kids, the mayor, the diner owner, doctor, grocery store owner, and her nephew that's the employee. So then I kind of made a whiteboard here to see how everybody is connected. So the blue lines are people that are family members. So like the grocery store owner is related to her nephew that works for her. And then this is the parents and the kids. The green lines indicate people who are currently friends. So the kids all have a friend. The mom is friends with the teacher in the town. Mayor is friends with the sheriff. The farm supply guy is friends with the handyman. And then the retired people and the preacher are friends. So try to already create a little bit of dynamics there. So then I said, given the characters listed above, can you create a list of common locations within the town where the episodes of the show will take place? This can include homes, shops, schools, and other locations that make sense for characters to commonly interact with each other. Try to explain where all of these places are located in the town in relation to each other. So we've got the homestead, that's where the family is going to live. We've got the diner, town hall, doctor clinic, a workshop, grocery store, farm supply store, school, sheriff's office, church, and like homes and stuff for people. And then I said, can you create an image that's a basic map of these locations and the overall town? What's happening here? Why is that not opening? Okay, that's weird. But you can see it a little bit there. It's like the typical ChatGPT thing where the streets have a lot of random stuff written above. Like this says Dr. Simond and the writing is like all weird on the ground. But it gives a good layout. So it's got like the diner here. The homestead is here. And you can have like different shops and stuff around. So that's just like a basic idea to give me that. And then I said, I don't love the name the Homestead Havoc. Can you generate 30 other titles? So I did that. I said, I like titles with the words acres, backwoods, outskirts, and pastures in them. Make 30 more. So I did that. I said, generate a list of 30 potential names for the town where the show takes place, similar to what shows use like Springfield, Stars Hollow, Schitt's Creek, Cahog, or Seymour's Bay, which apparently that's where Bob's Burgers takes place. I had to look that up. Make the names 100% unique and original, not a location that exists in the real world. So we did that. So now I'm at the point where I've got these characters, I've got the locations, and now I can start making the show. So I said, I want a great plot for the first episode of my sitcom. Can you tell me in general what makes a great episode of the show? Specifically, what the pilot episodes or season 1, episode 1 from the shows The Simpsons, Family Guys, Bob's Burgers, and South Park all have in common. So it said what these shows, the first episodes have in common is they introduce the main characters, they establish the setting, the tone and the style, they launch the central premise of the show, they have an engaging plot, and they're emotionally engaging. And then some other commonalities, they have family dynamics, they introduce the characters, I already said that. You introduce a conflict and then you resolve it, there's humor and satire, and it just kind of like establishes the world and shows the viewer around. So then I said, write a script outline for a pilot episode that achieves everything that you listed in your response above. Don't write out the full script yet, just list the main plot points and story beats, include an inciting incident, a rising action, and climax. Include broad stroke scene descriptions of the action within a single scene, break the script down into a 3-act structure, have the episode start with the family packing up the moving truck to leave their former home in the city and move to a small town. So this is the outline that it gave me. Got scene 1, they're at the city, then they leave. Scene 2, they're on the road driving to the new town. They arrive at the small town. There's comedic mishaps that happen. There's a town hall meeting. Kids are adjusting to life. Claire talks to the teacher and worries about their decision to move there. There's some kind of mishap at the homestead. They come together. They reflect in the evening. And yeah, so then I said, great, let's begin expanding the outline into a full script. Want the final episode to be approximately 22 minutes long and to contain about 2,500 words of dialogue. So if there's 8 scenes, we need each scene to be about 2.75 minutes long in the final episode. Start by writing only scene 1, city home. If you run out of room in your response, I'll prompt you to continue writing until it's finished. So it says New Roots pilot episode script. So it starts in their home in the living room, and then it's got all the dialogue here. So now I've got a script for the first scene of the first episode of my new show. Now I need to make the characters and animate it. So to do that, I use this free program on Steam called Vroid Studio. So you can design these characters here. Eventually, I want to make them a lot more custom, and I don't want to have an anime style, but for now, this is the quickest way to kind of get something put together. So I did that. So yeah, I'm going to go back at some point and customize this, depending if there's actually any interest. Otherwise, I might wait until Sora comes out and see if it can do better. But yeah, so I did the models in there. Every model takes like 5 or 10 minutes to make. So I've got the dad, the mom, the 3 kids so far. Then we come over here to Warudo. This is like the actual motion capture program. And you can capture this and put it into OBS. So that's how I recorded it in the free streaming software. So all of this is free, obviously. I didn't want to spend any money yet. But yeah, you can pose your characters and stuff here. So then I took those characters and I put them into OBS, and I recorded the lines. For some of the characters, I used a voice changer for the mom and the son, and then the daughter, and I think the oldest son, I kind of forgot to turn it on, so it just kind of has the same voice as the dad. But yeah, so I'm going to show you the final product here, so you can let me know, is this a show that you would actually want to watch, and I should actually finish this whole thing, or is it just garbage? Let me know, and that will determine how much work I put into this. Obviously, there's like a couple lines of dialogue that are not very audible, and the motion capture and the movements are a bit off. It's really janky. This is really just a first rough draft. Eventually, I want to go back in with like much better animation, much better character models. I was also lazy. In this first scene, I wanted to have them like packing boxes and stuff and lifting items up, but it was a lot more work to put 3D items into the world, so I didn't do that. But yeah, here it is. The first scene of my first pilot episode for the animated sitcom Greener Pastures. Check it out. And that's why, in the middle of nowhere, we'll be safe from all the electromagnetic chaos. Pure air, pure water, and freedom.
Yeah, make sure you're not just throwing things into boxes. We need to.
This, my dear, is the essence of survival. You'll never know when you'll need whatever this is. Great, so in case of an apocalypse, we can signal aliens with that thing.
Well, actually, the electromagnetic interference would likely render such devices. Will there be other kids there? And trees? Can I climb them? Yes, sweetie, lots of trees. And as for kids, I'm sure you'll make friends in no time.
Think about it, team. No more sirens, no more crowds, just stars, endless sky, and the freedom to live life on our terms. This is it, the adventure of a lifetime. As long as there's a place to play football, I'm in.
Will they get to experiment with renewable energy sources, solar panels, wind turbines?
Exactly, Ethan. We're gonna be pioneers.
Alright everyone, let's finish packing. Our new life awaits.